And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And sometimes you have to adjust your game as Father Time starts to take a toll. I think we've seen that. He's still a valuable contributor. And look, what he may be doing less in terms of raw scoring output, his veteran presence certainly offsets.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Chris Middleton is out there with Alexander Sarr. Then it's Keyshawn George. Then there's McCollum, and it's Johnson in at the shooting guard. And for San Antonio, filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Wembanyama's out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Fox in at the 1. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Antetokounmpo!
Here he comes! How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. And take a look at the Warriors. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
And you know, for the Spurs, they've got to be disappointed with their play. They just look disjointed, and their losing streak continues to grow as a result.
Shot clock at 6. Again, Johnson missing. Wembanyama finds Giannis. Back to Wembanyama. The kick out to Fox. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Here's Sarr. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Fox passes to Wembanyama. On the wing, Johnson. So first quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Fox against McCollum. The 11-footer, and too long on the shot.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Giannis against Sarr. Here's Wembanyama. It's hauled in by George. So for the Wizards, their last game, a win against Milwaukee. Johnson outside. McCollum against Castle. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. Great positioning on the putback. Sarr's got his second basket.
And when you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motor.
The tray and the basket by Castle.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
No, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now, here's Vassell. His last outing, he had 8 points. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. And as if the Spurs stand weren't already stocked with young talent, they moved up from 8th to the number 2 spot in the May draft lottery.
An embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And if any organization knows how to organically build through the draft, it's the Spurs.
Castle with it. He's guarded by Johnson. Outside, Fox. Oh, good on the triple. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 1. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Vassell. Hasn't made one yet. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Wizards have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. George dishes to Middleton. Back to George. Sarr with the screen on Vassell. Over to the wing. And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by George. And that's 11 points for Alex Sarr. Wembanyama, a screen on Middleton. They need this one. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Back to McCollum. Takes the three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Middleton against Giannis. Got a piece of it. Wembanyama passes to Fox. Over George. Fox, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Harper is checked in for Stephon Castle. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Second is Trey Johnson.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Harper the pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Fox against Johnson. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Wizards leading by 3. Middleton outside. Pass to Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you gotta love the confidence this kid plays with. Johnson feels like he can score inside whenever he wants.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
McCollum with the ball. He's guarded by Harper. Good on the triple. And it's 6 points for George.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Fox against Johnson. Pass to Giannis. And here is Fox. He had a 30-point outing their last game against New York.
Yeah, and you can't overlook the 4 steals he added. Those were some major momentum swings.
McCollum outside. Here's George. Back to McCollum for the 3. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Johnson's shot is off.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Harper. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Wembanyama. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
Well, he's got the hot hand, and he's scoring with confidence right now.
Back to Middleton. Johnson surveying the floor. Sarr with the screen on Fox. Johnson wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 now.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Washington leading now by 7. And the big fella Alex Sarr showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And
has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Middleton against Giannis. Now, here's Fox. Not a lot of room. And here's Harper from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
Ultra competitive. That's a nice answer by Harper.
Outside, George. Back to McCollum. There's the three. And it's Fox with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Wembanyama. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 5-point Wizards lead.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Middleton outside. Over onto Tacumbo. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For three, Vassell. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 3rd in field goal percentage, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bagley comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Koulibaly in for Johnson.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Harper. Shoots it up. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And Sarr throws it down.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sarr? He is doing it all tonight.
Wembanyama, a screen on McCollum. And here's Harper from the arc.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Sarr sets the screen for George. On the wing, Koulibaly. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Champagny. And here's Harper from the arc. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
He's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
McCollum against Harper. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Wizards lead by 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Alexander Sarr getting it done for Washington. He made it. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I really like how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Marvin Bagley is out there with Corey Kispert. Then it's Koulibaly. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Carrington in at the point. Here's Carrington. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Over Johnson. And it's Whitmore missing. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Yeah, on any given night, this is what Wembanyama is capable of. He can put on a one-man show.
And finished off by Bagley.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now here's Barnes. Nothing on the board. Here's McLaughlin. That's the highlight of the night. Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Carrington finds Kispert. Bagley with a screen on Barnes. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to McLaughlin. And here is Johnson. Wembanyama sets a screen for Johnson. Coulibaly with the steal. To the paint. Here's Carrington.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Wembanyama passes to Harper. 6 on the shot clock. Kept alive. And Wembanyama with the flush.
As a coach, that would drive me nuts. Wembanyama is the first guy you need to get a body on.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Stephon Castles checked in for the Spurs. The Wizards also changing it up. Chris Middleton's checked in for Kispert. George comes in for Whitmore. And it's Johnson in for Carlton Carrington. Nice ball movement by Washington. George finds Bagley. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Harper the pass to Wembanyama. Here's Castle. He's defended by Coulibaly. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Pass to Bagley. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Kevin?
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Now, Wembanyama. After Chris Middleton missed from long range. Wembanyama sets a screen for Harper. It's tipped. No good. That would have tied it. Washington's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Coulibaly. George in the post. Wembanyama on him.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Harper. And Wembanyama throws it down.
He just pops up and puts it in. Wembanyama really is that tall.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Spurs with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Harper. And a switcher also for Washington. Sarge checked in. Now here's Middleton. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Now here's Barnes. From downtown, bangs home the trifecta. Barnes has got 5.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Middleton on the wing. Coulibaly with the screen for Middleton. Sarr in the post. Defended by Wembanyama.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
Castle with it. Covered by Sarr. Castle with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
Coulibaly finds Middleton. Now Sarr, defended by Wembanyama. The 3 from Johnson, rebounded by the Spurs. And this group is about as formidable as they come. 22 wins in a row. It's just remarkable.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
McCollum's checked in for the Wizards. The wide open look here for Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Middleton kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Washington. George with the screen on Castle. Looking to end his cold spell. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk.
A different look now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Vassell in for Johnson. And George kicks to Johnson. Wembanyama against Sarr. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And the endless length of Alex Sarr helping his impact down low.
Giannis passes to Wembanyama.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And it's denied.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
George passes to McCollum. Outside for George. Shoots. McCollum, no good. Spurs leading by 3. Giannis outside. Big time slam, Giannis. Oh, my.
You could see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Johnson. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Vassell against Johnson. On the wing, George. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid
coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. And the blocks just kept on coming for him. He's playing some fantastic D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
It's a good opportunity for them to gain some momentum. On paper, they should win a lion's share of these matchups.
All right, now let's talk about our game, San Antonio in a competitive contest.
I like that follow.
Thanks for joining us. Now,
and in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Fox and Castle are their guards. Antetokounmpo is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Fox with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Vassell, the pass to Antetokounmpo. McCollum outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over Castle. Johnson can't get it to go.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And McCollum now atop the key. Back to Johnson for the lead. And again, Washington no good.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And that one, good. Vassell's got the first points of the second half here for San Antonio. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Castle on the wing. A pass to Fox. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Rebounded by the Wizards. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The stand after 8 seasons with the Kings, a new chapter for De'Aaron Fox now in San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and look, you got to be excited about that if you're a San Antonio fan. De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama together? Is there a better pick-and-roll combination in the league? The sky's the limit for that duo.
Wembanyama, a screen on Middleton. Antetokounmpo finds Wembanyama. Castle. It's hauled in by George. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
It's hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Back to McCollum. Middleton looking it over, and there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Sarr sets the screen for George. Clock at 6, and it's McCollum in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Vassell against George. Back to Fox. Castle, no one around him. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at San Antonio. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at it.
And, you know, for the Spurs, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
Here's Vassell, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Pass to Castle. Up top, Vassell. Giannis passes to Fox. 5 on the clock. Here's Castle. And the jumper falls for him. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
That jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
A 3 from McCollum sinks the triple. McCollum's got 7 points.
Skipped it to perfection, utilizing the hard work.
Now, here's Fox. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Pass to Song. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Giannis. Good defense. Better shot from Antetokounmpo. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Spurs?
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Tries it from the top of the key, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from George. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Spurs. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Castle against Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And that's now 7 points for Johnson.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
There's no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
And Brian Keith wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
San Antonio making a switch here. Harper's checked in. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. #1, the Spurs.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Spurs on defense. 6-point game. For 3, Middleton drains the three-pointer. Middleton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Antetokounmpo finds Wembanyama. Spurs working the ball around now. Giannis a screen on McCollum. And here's Harper from the arc. Wembanyama passes to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Pass to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. The 17-footer. Rebounded by the Spurs.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose, but after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
Here's Johnson. Here's Sarr. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's just too much Alex Sarr there. At about 7 feet, he is a lot to handle.
Coulibaly, he's checked in for the Wizards. Spurs leading by 5. A pass to Fox. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Johnson against Vassell. And here's McCollum for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Inside. The kick out to Harper. Fox from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
McCollum passes to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Guys?
It sure does. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Back to McCollum, beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Vassell wide open. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 6th assist on the night. Back to McCollum. Johnson up top, covered by Vassell. Pass to Sarr. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And stolen by Coulibaly. And here's McCollum. He's guarded by Harper. Down low. Here's Sarr. He blocks it again. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Back to Wembanyama. Outside Harper. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Coulibaly with a screen on Harper. And it's McCollum off the drive. Good defense by Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 13. Giannis outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Harper. Tries again. It's blocked. Vassell against Johnson. Pass to Coulibaly. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Coulibaly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Wembanyama, a screen. Antetokounmpo. A floater. Here's Fox. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Luke Cornett. Giannis comes in for Harrison Barnes. Vassell, he's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Sar's checked in for Bagley. Chris Middleton comes in for Whitmore. Johnson is checked in for Coulibaly. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Carlton Carrington. Taking a look at the Wizards. They got Alexander Sarr. Johnson is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's George in at the small forward. Johnson from outside.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Barnes is checked in for Stephon Castle. George looking over the floor. Sarr with the screen on Barnes. Here's George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
George, one shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. Lays it up off the glass. Wembanyama has got 10 points in just the second half.
At well over 7 feet tall. Inside is easy money for Victor.
Now McCollum nails the 16-footer.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Wembanyama, a screen on McCollum. Harper the pass to Barnes. Antetokounmpo against Middleton. And it's Giannis missing. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Johnson, and the lead is down inside single digits.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Harper up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Castle's checked in for the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Harper. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Johnson outside. Sarr with the screen on Castle. The 15-footer. And Washington again with the bucket.
In that pick and roll action, one thing was on Trey Johnson's mind. Let me get a bucket.
It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 to shoot. Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Castle. Grabs the rebound again.
And he's just eating glass right now.
Greg, 30 rebounds in this one. Fox against McCollum. Middleton dishes to Johnson. Nifty move. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Middleton. Outside, Fox. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Well, here's the thing. Not only does Fox have the speed, he can go all night. He will wear you out.
Fox hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
McCollum looking it over. Johnson from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 16 points for Trey Johnson. Wembanyama, a screen. To the middle. Stolen by Middleton. McCollum outside. Here's George. Johnson fires. Off target from outside.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Wembanyama with it. Now defended by McCollum. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answer.
And here is Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama reels it in. Spurs leading by 8. Now on to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Middleton. Johnson outside. Now Song. Here's McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Now Johnson launches it. It misses.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
And he makes that one count.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Johnson against Castle. Takes a step back. High post Johnson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Giannis charging into the lane.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Spurs.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And guys, at the end again with the rebound.
And he's having as dominant a game on the boards as you'll ever see. He might set a new franchise record.
He's controlling this game with his rebounding alone. If he breaks the single game record, he's setting a very, very high bar. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
Washington. Substitution on court.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Tip-off goes to Atlanta. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Vassell in at the 3.
Yeah, that's what Risa Shea is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
Wembanyama, pass to Antetokounmpo. Vassell against Daniels. Wembanyama, screen on Daniels. Pass to Wembanyama, just 3 to shoot. Castle for 3. No luck on that one. Risa Shea with some nice team. And here's Daniels. Outside Young. Launches it. Rebound by San Antonio. And their ongoing winning streak has been the top story in the league lately. A stunning 23 straight victories so far.
Well, this winning streak is absolutely incredible, and it's been interesting to see the number of different ways they can beat you. They go on big scoring runs, they've got great ball pressure and rim protection, or some nights they just shoot you out of the building with their three-point shooting. What a team to watch.
And we're seeing teams these days applying more early ball pressure. Why is that tactic gaining steam, Sean?
Well, pressure is always going to provide a level of stress, and so it's a way to wear your opponents down, force them to operate deeper into the shot clock, and really it's a way for teams to leverage their length, their depth, their athleticism. You are seeing it used in different strategies.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, Reese Shea is already advanced with the ball in his hand. He knows how to pick up that whistle.
Atlanta shooting their initial free throws of the game here. Both shots good from the stripe. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Young against Fox. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Vassell. San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Wembanyama. Castle on the wing. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lets it go from deep. Castle misses.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Reese Shea. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
It's stolen by Johnson. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Reese Shea. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 3. Right side, Wembanyama. Now here's Fox. Antetokounmpo for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they faced the Spurs.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the big finish by Giannis.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Now here's Reese Shea. 26 points for him last game against Charlotte. Johnson finds Porzingis. Over Wembanyama. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Shams, a personal question for you. This is just about the industry in general. I know you have all these sources. You don't reveal your sources. No good journalist does. But what's in it for them?
You know, B.A., I'm going to tell you guys, because this is a nice family environment here at the desk. It's always something for me, 365, 24/7. These are real relationships. It's always a two-way street when it comes to whether it's a source, a relationship that I have in this industry. And right now, more than ever, it's a relationship business. You can't just show up when you need someone. And so for me, I go every day and try to build the best relationships I can.
Hey, and let's face it, we're in the entertainment industry. And how entertaining is it to get a scoop from Shams?
Come on now, we're all waiting for it.
You know what makes Fox so difficult to defend? I mean, he applies that constant pressure to the defense.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw misses.
And looking at Fox, a microwave scorer and Tasmanian devil running up and down the floor. A fun player to watch.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Daniels outside. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from 16. The bank shot, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Now here's Vassell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul. Okongwu's checked in for Daniels. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Harper, he's checked in for Castle. Wembanyama against Okongwu. Wembanyama, pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, BA, the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. You saw Miami with their Big Three win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
There's Young with the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 tonight. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Vassell. Pass to Harper. Now Young with a steal. Outside Porzingis. Now Young. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Throws it up high. And stolen by Porzingis. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Hey, Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Guys, back to you.
Tuning out the noise. All right, Ali, appreciate the report. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
And Wembanyama throws it down hard.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Kennard, he's checked in for Atlanta. And San Antonio also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. So for the Hawks, Porzingis comes in for Johnson. And Krejci subbed in for Risache. San Antonio also making some changes. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Keldon Johnson comes in for Vassell. And it's Champagnie in for Fox. Now here's Young, coming off a 31-point game against Charlotte.
And it wasn't just the scoring. His assist numbers tell an even bigger story.
He buries it from 3. And that's 13 points for Trae Young. And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, BA, I always got to be camera ready. And in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic trade, that happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Charles. You're always ready for TV, man.
BA, I'm just trying to be like you, man. Wow.
So for the Hawks, Gay's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Wallace in for Young. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gay's shot is good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Harper, watched by Wallace. Here's Harper. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Inside, Gay drops in the layup for 2. Gay's got 5.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside Barnes. To the middle. And stolen by Porzingis. 1 second left. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Substitution on the court.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead. They lead by 13. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. You know, for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
So, on the floor for San Antonio, Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Then there's Harper, then there's Johnson, and it's Waters in at the shooting guard. Kennard passes to Krejci. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
There's a screen. Down low. Here's Gay. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Pass to Krejci. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Great body control by Porzingis. He sets a good pick and then rolls right into a scoring position.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Houston. Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs trail by 12. Wembanyama up top. Pass to Harper. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Harper's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Down low. Kicks it out to Kennard. Castle against Daniels. Now Porzingis. Clock at 4. Off target from 3-point range. San Antonio has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Castle finds Barnes. 3-pointer, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Krejci. Outside Porzingis. Daniels outside. Okongwu, the pass to Kennard. The 3. Daniels misses.
one thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
And it's approaching 2 decades since the launch of the modern smartphone, Shams. It's put the game in the palm of your hand.
Well, you know, I don't go anywhere without my phone, and of course, that accessibility is a key part of why Adam Silver says the league has been supercharged by technology. Social media and our phones are a big part of the game.
Can you imagine it any other way at this point?
Absolutely not.
Stolen by Kessel. Inside, here's Wembanyama. Shoots over Okongwu. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Wembanyama's got 16 points. The Hawks lead by 7. Daniels passes to Krejci. They swipe it. Barnes against Porzingis. Pass to Harper. Johnson on the wing. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Here's Castle. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, big man with point guard skills. Wembanyama is terrific at getting it to his teammates.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Atlanta making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Fox is checked in for Harper. Atlanta's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Daniels against Fox. Kennard outside. Outside Johnson. Clock at 6. Daniels outside to stop the drought. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Outside Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Outside Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama. And one thing you can say about today's NBA, Shams, it keeps you guessing.
Oh, does it? I mean, this is an era of wide-open competition. Seeing the flattening of the lottery odds, the big comebacks, especially in the playoffs this past year, a different champion each season. These are exciting times to be sure, and I think continually with this collective bargaining agreement, we're going to see more and more parity in the league.
And a year-round news cycle, which is good for you.
I'll be ready, BA. You know this is much more fun for me.
Back to Fox. From downtown. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Daniels. Castle against Kennard. Pass to Daniels. Picked up by Okongwu. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Wembanyama, pass to Fox. Wembanyama down low, guarded by Okongwu.
Coach would love to see Wemby clean the offensive glass like that every time.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Atlanta making some changes. Krejci comes in for Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Young in Atlanta making some changes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Okongwu. And it's Risache in for Krejci. San Antonio also making some changes. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Cornette. And it's Vassell in for Barnes. Porzingis passes to Young. Back to Porzingis. Outside Risache. Porzingis with a screen on Vassell. Back to Porzingis. The 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's...
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Antetokounmpo finds Vassell. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risa Shea's future in this league.
Wembanyama, pass to Antetokounmpo. Wembanyama, screen on Porzingis. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Wembanyama. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks lead by 10. Pass to Porzingis. Misses again. 2 for 8 in this matchup.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
San Antonio moving the ball around. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
DA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I gotta go. I gotta get to this news right now.
Man's got things to do. Always a pleasure to have Shams drop in. He knows everything that's going on in the league.
Well, he's really connected and he has great instincts. It's almost like he can sniff out a story better than anyone.
Outside Porzingis. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Yeah, flat-out dominant score. Wemby's ability to capitalize from anywhere on the floor is what makes him so dangerous.
The three from Risa Shea. Buries it from 3. Risa Shea's got 10 points in the game.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Inside. Wemby! Too tall! Too talented!
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Hawks lead by 7. Outside Young. And he lobs it up! And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And we finished off one half of play. Atlanta on top. They're up 7. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Taking a look at the Hawks, they haven't looked intimidating thus far. The hunger to improve just isn't there. That worries you. I'm starting to feel that this team needs a culture change.
All right, let's get to our featured game where Trae Young has been having himself one heck of a night so far. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
Daniels and Risa Shea out on the perimeter. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the Hawks 5. When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Stolen by Daniels. Here's the break. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Stephon Castle.
Well, a big part of Daniels' game is improving. He's becoming better at the free throw line.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. Quickly becoming one of the most feared defenders in the game, Tim. Dyson Daniels.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, Brian. Daniels is always engaged. Every second he's on the court, and he's right there lurking for a deflection or a steal.
Fox, the pass to Vassell. Antetokounmpo, outside. Outside Wembanyama, down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the lob. Oh, Wembanyama crashing down.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Johnson a screen on Fox. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Young. And that's now 7 points now in the game for Jalen Johnson. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Back to you, BA.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Vassell's shot is good.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Outside Risacher. Stolen by Vassell. Banked it in off the glass. Vassell's got 7.
And this is what it's all about inside. Vassell willing to get physical to finish his motion.
Porzingis with a screen on Fox. Shoots off the step back. Young can't hit.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Wembanyama, pass to Antetokounmpo. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Team first.
You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. You agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
Young from long range, and once again off the mark by Atlanta. Fox against Young. Wembanyama. The big man, Wemby for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Back to Young. Porzingis with a screen on Fox. There's Young with the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. The Hawks lead by 3. Outside Risacher. Oh, deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Stolen by Vassell. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Here's Antetokounmpo. Look at Giannis battling inside.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risacher. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and check out the bigs who have been posting big points so far this season. Victor Wembanyama, #1.
And you see why they keep going to him. He's a big man with a polished offensive repertoire, playing to his strengths and being efficient as a result.
On the wing, Daniels. Outside Risacher to stop the drought. And the 3-pointer goes. Risacher's got 13.
So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Risacher better than this.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama against Porzingis. Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. San Antonio moving the ball around. Antetokounmpo for 3. Again, Antetokounmpo missing. Atlanta leading by 4. Tries the spin move. Daniels outside. No good on the triple. San Antonio's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss. The Hawks have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. On the wing, Risacher. Pass to Daniels. Young from long range. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
And foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's foul number 2 for him. Antetokounmpo up top.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
Daniels passes to Young. Outside Risacher. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And there's the ability to finish for Risacher. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Fox against Young. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Fox outside. This one for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Daniels finds Young. Daniels against Wembanyama. The 3 from Risacher. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got 4 rebounds now. Wembanyama down low. Working on Porzingis. Antetokounmpo looking it over. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. The Hawks lead by 6. Johnson passes to Young. Risacher with the ball. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Risacher. 15 points in the game. Launches it from deep. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot. Making sure of it with the 2-man slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Johnson. Outside Risacher. Up top Johnson. Outside Young. His agility and touch inside. Trae Young.
Well, you can see why they want the ball in Trae Young's hands. He just got that shot off in time.
Here's Fox, and he converts the layup. Fox has got 9.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Daniels outside. Pass to Porzingis. Rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Fox against Young. Pass to Porzingis. Operating inside. Porzingis.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
And here's a timeout for Mitch Johnson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Okongwu's checked in for Daniels. And San Antonio with a change here too. Harper's checked in. Now Wembanyama. And here's Fox. Risacher covering. Fox, the pass to Harper. Spurs need to get one up here. Kept alive. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And he'll spend some time on the perimeter, but at his core, Wembanyama is best inside.
Pass to Risacher. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Spurs.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Wembanyama. Pass to Harper. San Antonio moving the ball around. Porzingis on the double team. 3-pointer, Fox. Wembanyama against Johnson. Wembanyama, screen on Porzingis. For the tie. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Outside Risacher. Porzingis in the post. Antetokounmpo covering. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. The three ball is good from Young.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line. Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Fires in the...
triple. They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
The three, Porzingis. Another three for Atlanta.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Vassell outside. Fox with the ball. Now Okongwu defending. And it's Fox missing.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for him.
Young. Outside Porzingis. Off target with the three. Spurs trail by 9. Wembanyama down low. Young's there. Count the basket. Wembanyama's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Now here's Young. Defense is right there. Okongwu has the open look. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one.
Review to play. The previous play is under review.
Check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And of course,
after the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
We'll see.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Leading the defense like a point guard.
And it's such an advantage.
Atlanta making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Johnson. Risacher comes in for Kennard. And it's Trae Young in for Krejci. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Antetokounmpo comes in for Barnes. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. And so in the game for the Spurs. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Harper in at the 1. Daniels misses. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Wembanyama. Up and in on the layup. Wembanyama's got 40 points.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Castle against Young. Daniels outside. Outside Risacher. Porzingis sets a screen to the wing, right side. Young from long range. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's the third foul of the game. Kennard, he's checked in for Atlanta. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Wembanyama against Okongwu. 6 to shoot. From deep, Harper knocks down the long J.
3 points.
And the Spurs lead by 1.
You know, can't sag off Harper as a defender. He'll pull up from deep right in your face.
Porzingis finds Young to win the cold spell. Driving inside, uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 23.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Pass to Porzingis. Now Kennard. The three from Rizachet. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Atlanta.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, you can also throw in what a great job they've done defensively, blocking and altering shots, and just playing with a committed effort defensively.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Barnes. Here's Harper. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. It's a 1-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. Pass to Okongwu. Fires from the wing, and another basket for Atlanta.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Harper passes to Wembanyama. Kennard against Barnes. Vassell outside. Back to Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. It's stolen by Okongwu. Outside Rizachet. Kennard finds Young. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And you've seen this maturation as a player. More often, Young is electing to make the right pass in pick-and-roll action.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Harper. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Great intensity from Harper. Ready to get into overdrive when that's what they need.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Dyson Daniels comes in for Kennard. San Antonio also making some changes. Castle's checked in for Barnes. And Fox is subbed in for Harper. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
This demonstrates leadership. Victor wanting to be the guy to make the big shot.
Outside Porzingis. Young with a screen on Wembanyama. Porzingis driving to the basket.
Victor Wembanyama, second. Team's 5th. Kristaps Porzingis, 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
Well, they had a chance to take the lead, but at least he tied it up.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Porzingis with a screen on Vassell. Oh, he jammed it!
Rizachet is just pouring it in on offense. He's found a rhythm and is determined to keep it going.
Antetokounmpo outside. Now Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Young against Fox. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Oh, get that weak stuff out of here. Giannis doing everything he can to protect the rim.
Book it!
And not intimidated at all. Wembanyama showing up in a clutch moment.
Fox against Young. Here's Porzingis. Beyond the arc. Oh, it misses.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Now Antetokounmpo. Castle fires. Wembanyama. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Young against Fox. From 7. Bucket! That one goes.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Porzingis against Wembanyama. Now Porzingis. Wembanyama rips down the board. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Third personal. Team Snyder. Shooting for San Antonio.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
Stepped up to the line, and he took care of his business and guaranteed the win.
Wembanyama there for the rebound. And so it's San Antonio with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Giannis, a terrific...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight.